Good evening, viewers of Northeast 8. This is the weekly roundup bulletin. On Monday, the National Human Rights Commission issued a notice to the Manipur government concerning the death of 13 individuals in a gunfight at Litau village near Saibo in the Tengnupal district on December 4. The NHRC suspects the victims may be militants from Myanmar, as the nearby hills are a common route for them to enter Manipur. The Commission highlights a potential lapse by law enforcement agencies and deployed forces in maintaining peace and order. In response, the NHRC has issued notices to the Chief Secretary and Director General of Police Manipur requesting a detailed report within 2 weeks. The report, as instructed, should cover the status of the police FIR and measures taken by the state government to prevent such incidents. This incident marks the highest single-day loss of life since violence erupted in Manipur in May 2023. The NHRC expresses concern over the reported loss of lives in an area that had remained relatively calm since May. The NHRC has been receiving complaints since May 2023 alleging human rights violations during incidents of violence in Manipur. The state government has been urged to protect the lives and properties of its citizens. On a related note, the Manipur government has restored mobile internet services in the state, except in border areas of some districts, until December 18. The decision considers the improved law and order situation and the inconvenience faced by the public due to the prolonged suspension. Mobile internet services were initially suspended on May 3 during ethnic violence, and the ban was briefly lifted on September 23 but reinstated on September 26 to prevent the spread of harmful content. In a positive development, the decision to lift the ban on mobile internet services follows a peace agreement signed by the center with the United National Liberation Front, an insurgent group in Manipur, last month. On Tuesday, on national politics with regards to opposition bloc INDIA meeting originally scheduled for December 6, RJD Supremo Lalu Yadav announced a postponement to December 17 following the absence of key leaders including Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren and Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav. The meeting delay was attributed to reasons such as Nitish Kumar's health issues, Mamata Banerjee and Akhilesh Yadav's prior commitments, and M.K. Stalin's travel constraints due to the closure of the Chennai airport caused by Cyclone Mitrong. The India Alliance, led by the Indian National Congress, formed in July 2023 to challenge the ruling NDA in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. This postponement follows the BJP's recent victories in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh assembly elections. In a broader context, fissures have emerged within the India Alliance, with TMC's Mamata Banerjee criticizing Congress for its performance in the recent state elections. Nitish Kumar's JDU is reportedly seeking a change in the alliance political strategy, emphasizing a united front against the BJP. On Wednesday, 11 Dimapur-based civil society organizations have jointly appealed to the central government regarding the ongoing Naga political talks. In a representation to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the CSOs expressed concerns over the proliferation of political factions in Nagaland, urging the government to address this issue promptly. They linked the rise in factionalism to the prolonged delay of 26 years in concluding the Naga talks, cautioning that it not only hampers the negotiation process but also contributes to illegal taxation, affecting business and growth in the state. The CSOs alleged that despite law enforcement agencies' existence, there's been no significant reduction in illegal activities and taxation by multiple factions. They pointed out the lack of employment opportunities, leading many young Nagas to join these groups for recognition and livelihood. Pointing that the talks have been dragging on for over 26 years without signs of progress, the CSOs expressed disappointment, stating that the hopes of Nagas for a permanent peace have been shattered. The CSOs underscored that the primary root of the issues lies in the delay of the Naga political settlement, warning that further delay will deteriorate the situation. They reiterated the Nagas' desire for permanent peace and hoped for necessary and immediate action in the larger interest of Justice and the Nagas. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has assured a delegation led by Chief Minister P.S. Tamang that the centre will thoroughly examine the demands of the 12 communities in reference to the Limbo Tamang Reservation and Scheduled Tribe status. The Chief Minister's visit to Home Minister Shah followed his interactions with the executive members of the party-level committee for Limbo Tamang Seat Reservation, Sikkim Legislative Assembly, Sikkim Tamang Buddhist Association, and Sikkim Yaktung Sapsok Somjubo on December 1. During these discussions, Chief Minister Tamang assured the representatives of the Limbo Tamang community that his government would submit their demands to the centre in the coming days. The 12 communities seeking tribal status in Sikkim are Bujal, Gurung, Mangar, Newar, Goji, Khas, Rai, Sunuwar, Giri Sanyasi, Thami, Diwan, and Machi. They assert their rights and interests under Article 371F of the Indian Constitution, seeking restoration of Scheduled Tribe status. Previously, a letter addressed to Prime Minister Modi was sent in 2018 regarding the same. On Thursday, the Working Committee of NNPGs has responded to Chief Minister Nipurio's recent statement about a deadlock in the ongoing negotiations. The committee described it as misleading and a disservice to the people of Nagaland, citing the governor's announcement in 2021 that all political negotiations had concluded. According to the Working Committee, the centre's commitment to finding an honourable solution for the Naga people remains clear, expressing confidence that the centre would not betray the trust of the Naga people as late through the agreed position signed on November 17, 2017. The committee asserted that Nagas are prepared for the Indo-Naga political agreement to establish enduring peaceful coexistence. They advised Chief Minister Rio to refrain from insensitive political innuendos and to ensure a legacy of straight talk, insisting on a practical, honourable, and acceptable political solution. Addressing Rio's statement, the Working Committee stated that generalizing the Naga issue as deadlocked is uncalled for, urging the Chief Minister to advocate for a practical and acceptable political solution. The committee pointed out the NSCN-IM leaders' efforts to prolong and sabotage the political solution, expressing concerns that a deadlock could lead to abrogating the ceasefire and resuming the struggle. Additionally, the Working Committee addressed the presence of NSCN-IM leaders shuttling between designated camps and bungalows in New Delhi while criticizing Nagaland. They called for non-Nagaland Nagas in the NSCN-IM to honestly share the concerns instead of blaming Nagaland's founders or issuing threats. On the economic front, India now ranks 5th position in the world's GDP rankings with a total GDP of $3,730 billion. India's economic landscape, characterized by diversity and swift growth, is driven by key sectors of information technology, services, agriculture, and manufacturing. The nation capitalizes on its broad domestic market, a youthful and technologically adept labor force, and an expanding middle class. S&P's Global Credit Outlook for 2024 projects India's GDP growth rate at 6.4%, a slight decrease from the previous financial year. Looking ahead, the growth rate is expected to remain at 6.4% in the next fiscal year 2024 to 2025, with a subsequent climb to 6.9% and 7% in the following years. In the automotive sector, India is positioned for development, leveraging infrastructure, investment, and innovation, according to S&P. The report also forecasts India's economy more than doubling to $7.3 trillion by 2030, up from $3.5 trillion in 2022. India stands out in terms of its economic prowess, firmly holding the 5th position, lagging behind United States, China, Germany, and Japan. On Friday, the NSCN-IM clarified that the recent round of talks held on November 14, 2023 in New Delhi was inconclusive but not deadlocked, emphasizing the ongoing nature of the negotiations. The NSCN-IM reiterated its commitment to the framework agreement signed on August 3, 2015 with the Government of India. This agreement acknowledges the unique history and position of the Nagas, with concepts of shared sovereignty and coexistence explained in the context of democracy where sovereignty lies with the people, highlighting a statement from the incumbent representative of the Government of India. The NSCN-IM noted that the official had acknowledged the Naga national flag. However, disappointment arose when there was backtrack on this acknowledgement. Despite this, the group submitted its draft on the matter of the flag. The NSCN-IM expressed dissatisfaction with the government representatives' interpretation of the framework agreement, asserting that it lacked political depth and consideration of the historical and political rights of the Nagas. In response, the NSCN-IM submitted its draft on the Naga flag, opposing the incumbent representatives' interpretation. The group declared that despite the wavering stand of the central government, the flag and constitution are integral parts of sovereignty. They likened sovereignty without a flag and constitution to a form without content, emphasizing the Nagas' existence for thousands of years in their own land with their own sets of laws. As part of the Black Day observation to be held on December 11, the Northeast Students Organization has announced a protest across the 7 northeastern states. Black flags and banners will be displayed at important locations to protest against the center's move to pass the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 in the Rajya Sabha on the same day in 2019. NESO, consisting of major student movements from the region including KSU, AASU, NSF, MZP, TSF, AMSU, GSU, and APSU, aims to send a message to the center opposing the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. The organization highlights this observation as a stance against what they consider political injustice imposed by the central government on the indigenous people of the Northeast. NESO Chairman and Secretary General issued a press release urging the indigenous people of the region to support the Black Day observation and continue their fight for what they assert is their God-given right. Trinamool Congress leader Mahua Moitra has been expelled from the Lok Sabha following an ethics committee report into the cash for query charges against her. The report found her guilty of taking bribes including Rs 2 crore in cash and luxury gift items from businessman Darshan Hiranandini in exchange for posing critical questions about the government in parliament. Moitra, known for her criticism of the Modi government, denied the bribery charges but admitted to sharing logging details of her personal parliamentary account, allowing Hiranandini to post questions directly. After a heated discussion and voice vote, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla stated, "This House accepts the conclusions of the committee that MP Mahua Moitra's conduct was immoral and indecent, so it is not appropriate for her to continue as an MP." Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Moitra's party boss, called the expulsion unacceptable and accused the BJP of engaging in vendetta politics. The nearly 500-page ethics committee report established clear and undeniable allegations of illegal gratification, recommending Moitra's expulsion from the 17th Lok Sabha. The report also called for a criminal investigation into the money trial. An inquiry is underway into allegations made by Moitra, who hinted of harassment from CBI. The expulsion has intensified political tensions ahead of next year's Lok Sabha election. With confidence that all our viewers are up to date with Nagaland's highly accorded event, today marks the final day tapestry of events showcasing the essence of Nagaland's heritage, traditions, and modern cultural expressions. Following much differences, it comes with no surprise that the Eastern Nagaland's cultural troops expressed gratitude to the state government for addressing their demands, coinciding with the Hornbill International Festival. Let's have a rundown of some major events that unfolded during the 24th edition. Over 1 lakh visitors were registered at Kisama, of which locals stood at 90,000 till day 9, while 2015 visitors were foreign tourists and 30,000 plus of domestic visitors. Japanese ambassador to India Hiroshi Suzuki expressed Japan's interest in strengthening ties with Nagaland during the cultural extravaganza. He acknowledged the long-standing historical ties between Japan and Nagaland extending back to Second World War. Suzuki emphasized the importance of preserving tradition and culture, expressing a desire for increased people-to-people exchanges between Japan and Nagaland. In the annual Miss Nagaland beauty pageant, Niketino Setru, 19 years, was crowned Miss Nagaland 2023 with focus on mental health, with Vimka Sheki and Ilihika Aye as first and second runners-up. The 32nd edition of Miss Nagaland was organized by the Beauty and Aesthetic Society of Nagaland in collaboration with Atomy India and Antotia Skills Foundation, where direct entry is granted to represent Nagaland in Miss Northeast 2024. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu emphasized the need for unity among northeastern states during the 16th Hornbill International Naga Wrestling Championship. He praised the progress under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership and encouraged collective efforts to address challenges. Khandu highlighted the sports sector's growth in the northeast and commended Nagaland Chief Minister for his contributions to the region's development. With the successful conclusion of state assembly elections across different phases, the NDA, led by the current Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has consolidated support from 26 parties. If successful, Narendra Modi is set to continue as the Prime Minister of India. On the other hand, the Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, India, of 26 parties, in opposition to the current NDA government, however, has yet to announce its candidate for the PM post. The current Lok Sabha session is scheduled to conclude on June 16, 2024. Apart from the major NDA and INDIA alliances, 8 other parties would contest alone. That's all for the week. Until the next bulletin.